First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawah Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you with a little lesson. And I'm sitting up here looking at Facebook, and this says Fox San Antonio.com. And I was sitting up here, and I think somebody made a video about this woman getting mauled by a pit bull. Well, come to find out, and this was posted, well, you know what, before I get into, well, I'm come to find out the dog was her own. It was her own dog that mauled her. Just shows you the humor of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You know, you motherfucker people don't understand what's about to happen. The Lord is getting tired of this place, and he's getting sick of you women. Now, this is a 32-year-old woman, and she's tattoos all over her body, demonic. But either way it goes, she was mauled by her own dog. And I was looking at the news reports, and they were talking about the dog was roaming around the streets attacking people, and her family was saying this. Come to find out, it's her own goddamn pit bull. You fucking people, man. But either way it goes, man, this just lets you know, hey, man, the Lord is not playing around, and especially with you women, man. But the whole point I'm about to sit up here and make is, hey, these animals, these teeth of the wild beast, all this stuff is coming. You know, she was tore apart from what I heard, ripped from her arm down to her waist. They said that she literally was tore apart. So with that, I'm going to sit up here and I'm finna read what happened. Now, this is Fox San Antonio.com, and this on Facebook, and it says, woman succumbs to injuries after pit bull attack at a local apartment complex by Amanda Marino, Jordan Elder, and Karina Hollingsworth. Now, this happened Monday, July 28, 2025 at 2:33 p.m. It was updated on Tuesday, July 29th, 2025 at 6:06 p.m. And then it says, San Antonio, the woman who was critically injured after being attacked by a pit bull has died. The attack happened around 11 p.m. on Wednesday at Lennox apartment complex off of Patricia Drive in Larkspur. It says police said Simone Like had a friend over when the pit bull became overly aggressive. In an attempt to manage the situation, officials say Like placed the dog on the apartment balcony. However, the dog turned on her and began to attack. The woman's friend called for assistance. Like sustained several bites and was transported to the university where she later passed away. Like's mother posted on Facebook that the pit bull belonged to Simone's boyfriend. Animal Control Service was called to the scene to take custody of the dog. They released a statement on the incident. Animal Care Services is deeply saddened to confirm that the 31-year-old woman injured in last week's dog bite by Patricia Drive has passed away. The attack is still under investigation. The dog owner has been cited for multiple violations, including failure to vaccinate and microchip the biting dog and another animal in the home. The dog remains in quarantine as required by law. SAACS continues to work closely with law enforcement as the investigation proceeds. We're told the dog remains in quarantine as required by state. Like's life will be remembered with a balloon release at Smitty's Pub, 4121 Gardendale Road, July 29th at 6:30 p.m. So as you see, all this happened. This was later on. I mean, this was a few days ago. But when I was looking at the initial report, it stood up here and said that this was a dog that was roaming around and it attacked this woman. Come to find out, it was her boyfriend's dog in her apartment, and it attacked her. But hey, you people about to find out the hard way, man. The Lord ain't playing, man. The Lord is not playing. And with this, no, I'm gonna, grab some of the scriptures that, we're gonna grab these are some of the main scriptures we use, man. The Lord is not playing with you people, man. The first one I want to sit up here and grab, it's been taking my phone a while to load up at times, but the first one I want to sit up here and grab is Hebrews. What is that, chapter 10? I think, chapter 10. And what is that, 31? It says, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You don't want to fall into the hands of the living power. And she was mauled, from what I heard. I mean, people described it as her arm being damn near ripped apart, and part of her side of her body was got tore apart. So you can expect the pain that she felt before she died, man, had to be horrendous, had to be horrific. That's a horrible death, man. And like I said, let me say this again. Hebrews 10 and 31. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You don't want to fall into the Lord's hands, man. You won't want to fall into the Lord's hands, man. You know? You don't want to be on that hit list, shit list. You just don't. You know, and that's why we sit up here and pray every day that we of the hopeful elect to get up out of here and that the Lord have mercy on us. You know? I think it's in Psalms. Let me go to Psalms. I gotta make sure. I think it's Psalms 9 and 16. Yeah, here it is. This is Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, but the Lord is known by the judgment which he execute. Amen. The Lord, the Lord could bring terrible judgment on you, man. Could bring some harsh judgment on you. You got to think about the things that, hey, look at the things that had happened to us, man, when we was in slavery, man. Getting burned up, getting hung, having our flesh peeled off our skins, having our testicles and our stuff cut off, man. Having the women get, hey, man, that's horrifying, you know? And you just imagine that horrific shit that we went through. What you think these goddamn heathens gonna go through, man? Especially Esau, Edom, when that time comes, when that judgment comes. You know, we ain't gonna be filthy like they were and be wicked like they were in how they got put to death. But you think about it, man, we're gonna find some horrible ways to do things to them just as well, man. You know? But it ain't gonna be none of that nasty shit they did. But the whole point, getting back to the matter, is, man, the Lord can find terrible ways, man. The horrible ways, man, to send a horrible judgment on you. You know? This Psalms 9 and 16 again. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. And the wicked is about to be done in the work of their own hands too. Especially Esau, Edom, man. About to be destroyed by your own weapons that you created. The nuclear warheads. About to catch it. With that, let me sit up here and go to, I'm just going, this just wasn't meant to be long, but I seen that video and I was like, wow. So now we honestly finds out what truly happened with this woman. You know, got killed by a boyfriend's dog, as they say. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. But here's the point: teeth of the wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Teeth of the wild beasts. That dog ripped her apart, man. It says scorpions and serpents, venomous snakes, venomous animals. You know, all these things, man, is going to be, all this is about to be in the play real soon, man. And some of it's happening right now. But wait till it start happening on a large scale. People going to really see the fury of the Lord, man. People really going to see the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai when that time comes. It's Ecclesiastes 39 and 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when the time comes, they shall not transgress his word. Yeah, these spirits be ready, man. Rejoicing, waiting to sit up here and pounce on somebody. Anxious, you know. And they appease the Lord. You know. He's appeased when someone is put to death for being wicked as fucking hell. You know. And you know what? There's about to be a lot more of that judgment coming. A lot more deaths out here. You know. This is just something short, man. It wasn't meant to be long. I sit up here and seen that video and I'm like, wait a minute. You know, all the other news outlets and all the other news that I've been hearing has always been saying that it's somebody else's dog. Even though it's her boyfriend dog, it was in her apartment. So they sit up here saying it was somebody else's dog mauling somebody, but it ended up turns up it was her boyfriend's dog inside her apartment, which she was trying to restrain, and it ended up attacking her. You know? But either way it goes, and here's the thing, that dog had to have some knowledge of her or know her to even be in that apartment. So my whole point is that means she knew the dog. Hey, the Lord, man, y'all got to quit playing around. Hey, these animals going to turn in, y'all. A lot of these animals going to end up turning on their so-called masters. You're going to find them getting ate the fuck up. And especially when that famine hit come. And I'm talking about that real famine with the food. I'm talking not just the famine of the word, but I'm talking about that famine with the food. You know? But with that, man, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the whole for that you guys may be sealed sooner. With that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal and Anya Habatham Malakiam. Shalom.